Do you want to understand how the whole world works? I'm going to tie it all together for you. Just give me the next 2.5 minutes of your time. So, before the 1600s, the economic system that emerged independently in China and the Middle East and in Europe was a merchant system. They had units of currency, money. You could go to the bank, you could buy stuff at wholesale, sell it at a market, pay back the bank, pay back your interest, keep a profit. I mean, you can hear about money lenders as far back as the Bible. In the 1600s, everything changed. So before the 1600s, in this merchant system, people of different races had interacted with each other. Like on the Silk Road, it was like a daisy chain, right? Of like one city to the next, and they were trading silk and paper from China, and silver was going from Greece towards China. But they didn't have this idea in the human psyche that an entire skin tone of people was better than an entire other skin tone of people. Sure, they had tribalism and fear of the other, but the idea of racism did not exist. Now we're in the 1600s. A bunch of Dutch traders are going all the way to India, so skipping the daisy chain of the Silk Road, plundering spices, plundering slaves in Africa, and coming all the way back. And this is what begins to define our modern capitalism. They started breaking down the companies, the ships, into these smaller units and selling these units as stocks. So right there, we have international trade, the birth of the corporation, the birth of the stock market, and the idea that you can invest your wealth into someone else's business and make money. This idea did not exist before then. And with these elements of modern capitalism came a justification for the plunder, a justification for treating another group of people really poorly, because they knew that this new economic enterprise, the corporation, international trade, going all the way to India, stock markets, was immoral. They knew it was wrong, so they justified it to themselves by saying, oh, our entire race of fair-skinned European people must be better than the darker-skinned people. That's why we're allowed to plunder and enslave them. So racism was the justification, the sociological and psychological justification for the commercial activity, this new type of commercial activity. So right there, out of the same source, we have the corporation, we have the stock market, and we have racism invented all at once. And today, in the US, we still see a 10-to-1 wealth disparity between Black Americans and white Americans. The average white family in America has 10 times the net wealth as the average Black family. And until that economic number changes, no social or political change of any significance will happen. Follow the money.